Hello, everybody. My name is Ikure. This is Health and Wellness with Ikure. I am here to discuss with you about the cardiovascular system. For those of you who have been following me, we've talked about multiple things. We talked about the 10 pillars of health, and one of the last thing we actually discussed was the GI health. Yes, GI health was the very last topic we talked about. And whenever I talk about topics, I may bring some of these topics back because somehow the body kind of works together with each other. The body works together. The different systems in the bodies work together to give us a healthy body. So usually what is good for one is usually good for the other part of the body. So it's very important that we educate ourselves on the different systems in our body so that we can live a better lifestyle, to live a healthy lifestyle, so that we can know what it is that we need to do to improve our health. So today I'm going to talk about the cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system is made up of the heart, the blood vessels, and blood. It is responsible for the transportation of nutrients and oxygen-rich blood to all the parts of the body. Okay? So we have the heart, the blood vessels, and the blood. So these three components make up the cardiovascular system. So we're going to talk generally about the heart. Some people do know, some may not know, but the heart has got 4 chambers, has 2 atrium and 2 ventricles. Okay? So the heart is responsible for pumping blood to the various parts of the body. Okay. Now the blood vessels, we have the veins, we have arteries, we have capillaries, we have arterioles, we have all different types of blood vessels. The blood vessels are actually the ones that carry the blood to the different parts of the body. The purpose of the cardiovascular system is to provide adequate circulation of blood through the body. Okay, that's the purpose. Blood is needed. Blood is the life. The life of a person is in the blood. So when people are losing blood, it's a life-threatening situation, and you try to stop the loss of blood because without blood, the body cannot function at all. The function of the cardiovascular system is to deliver oxygen and nutrients to the cells, and it takes away waste products from away from cells as well. The heart pumps oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood to the different parts of the body. For example, the heart is very close to the lungs. Everybody knows your heart is right here in the middle part. And most times the heart is the size of your fist. Okay? So right here, your heart is in here pumping blood. The left side, mostly towards the left side. That is where it's sitting. Okay? So the heart pumps blood to your lungs, which is a pulmonary system. It gets oxygen because we breathe in oxygenated blood, oxygen, and we breathe out CO2. Oxygen is very essential for a healthy body. So the heart pumps blood to the lungs to collect oxygen, all right? And when it takes the oxygenated blood, it takes oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body where it needs the oxygen. And while it's doing that, it's also collecting carbon dioxide, removing it, which is a waste product from the body. So when you exhale, you expel CO2. So the blood is very, very essential. Without blood, you have nothing. Anyone that does it, any human body that does not contain blood will die. It's one of the things, the lab testings we check with blood, we check so many things. Your blood levels is very important to know. You know, there are different signs. As time goes on, we'll talk about it to see what it is that you need to do to maintain a healthy cardiovascular system. It's extremely important. So, to maintain a cardiovascular, the cardiovascular system, before I go into maintaining cardiovascular system, I'd like to talk about the functions of the heart. So the three things that make up the cardiovascular system is the heart, the blood vessels, and blood. Now the heart is responsible for pumping oxygenated blood to different parts of the body. It circulates hormones and essential substances like nutrients to different parts of the body. It receives oxygen from the lungs and transports it transports it to different parts of the body, and it also responsible for removing waste products from the body. The cardiovascular system, the heart helps to maintain your blood pressure. It is responsible for that. It controls the rhythm of your heart, and it controls the speed of your heart. The heart is connected to a network of blood vessels all around the body. It's very essential. The cardiovascular system is a very, very powerful and very essential system. The cardiovascular system works in conjunction with the GI system to collect nutrients. So when we eat and we get nutrients from our food, the cardiovascular system takes the nutrients that's digested by your GI system, right? When we're talking about absorption of food, if those of you remember, or if you have not watched my video on the GI health, go back and listen to it. When you digest food, nutrients are taken from the GI system into the blood. Now the blood now transports these nutrients to the rest of the body. So it's very essential. Whatever it is, whatever affects one system can affect the other system. So it's very important that we have a healthy cardiovascular system. Okay. Other things that we'll talk about will be the function of blood vessels and stuff. But one thing I definitely want to talk about is the common disorders of the circulatory system. There's so many things that are common. You have people who have different situations like disorders like coronary artery disease, coronary heart disease, which is a disease of the blood vessels that supplies blood to the heart. So if the heart itself is not getting blood, it's a problem. So even the heart that pumps blood needs blood. Okay? So you have a peripheral artery disease, which is a disease of the blood vessels that's supplying the arms and the legs. The peripheral part of your body is your arms and your legs. These are and they're further apart from your heart. The legs is way farther apart from your heart, like than the arms. But when your arteries have a problem with transporting blood, it's a problem. You can be sure that the body parts there will not receive the nutrients and receive the oxygen that it needs to be healthy. Cardiovascular disease is one of the leading causes of death in the United States of America. And I'm sure, and I think because of that, because of some of our diets, diet is very important to keep a healthy cardiovascular life system. So you have other conditions like heart attack, which is a condition of the heart, heart failure, valve disease, stroke, heart rhythm disorders, hypertension, hyperlipidemia, that's high cholesterol in your blood, all of these things. There's so many diseases. There's so many of these diseases that are just terrible for the heart. And to live a healthy lifestyle, there are some things that we have to do to maintain a healthy cardiovascular system. Our cardiovascular system, every part of your body is important. The cardiovascular system is responsible for taking blood. If you remember when we talked about the skin, there are blood vessels in your skin. So if your skin is well oxygenated, you have good, healthy skin. It is so essential. Without blood, the human being is just dead. So it's really important. So how do we maintain good cardiovascular health? We maintain it by regular exercise. Exercise is so important because exercise helps to give, when you're exercising, your blood vessels, the blood is moving, the heart is pumping and helping to pump the heart blood vessels around the body. Now, when you're exercising, you usually need a lot more oxygen because your body is working, your muscles are working, and exercise helps you to get oxygen into your blood vessels. And it helps when your blood vessels are moving. It's able to now help to transport these things, to the nutrients and the oxygen to the different parts of your body, to your cells. So it's very important to maintain regular physical activities. It doesn't always have to be rigorous. Brisk walking is important. Remember when we talked about the GI system, when you're walking around, it helps to prevent you from having GI problems. People who have small bowel obstruction, constipation issues, when you're moving around, the peristalsis causes things to move along better. So also in exercising with your cardiovascular system helps to transport the nutrients that you got from your GI system to the rest of the body. So it's very important. It is very important to consume a diet, a healthy diet, balanced diet, low in saturated fats and sodium. Oh my goodness. Saturated fats is one thing that clogs up your arteries, clogs up your veins, clogs up your whole blood vessels. You don't want that. We just talked about the diseases of the blood vessels, and a lot of it has got to do with the fact that it's clogged up. It has excessive fat in it, and so when the fat blocks your vessels, you can't pump like it was supposed to be. Imagine a pipe, right? Imagine a pipe and water flowing through it. There's nothing in between the pipes. New pipe, everything is flowing real good. But then you start seeing accumulation of particles around it, particles on the top or the bottom. It hinders flow. And the more particles in that pipe will slow down the flow of whatever is going through that pipe. So the same thing with the blood. Your vessels is likened to a pipe. When the fluid is flowing through the pipe, and there's nothing blocking it, it flows very well. But when you have things like fats, saturated fats, which increases your cholesterol levels, it just messes it up. It blocks it, and you cannot move. The nutrients cannot move to where it needs to be. The blood cannot get to where it needs to go, and then it starts causing different problems. So with the coronary artery disease, coronary heart disease that we just talked about, it is a disease of the blood vessels, blood being supplied to the heart. So it's very important, okay? The body needs blood to live because blood contains oxygen and nutrients for the body to live. So wherever your body is not receiving adequate blood supply, there will be death in that area. That's just the easiest way I can tell you. There will be death in that area. Managing stress. Stress is, my goodness, stress is a major cause of problems for your entire body. Your GI system is affected by stress. Your cardiovascular system is affected by stress. Stress management is so important for every period of your entire life. So I want you to please try and learn to manage stress. Stay away from stressful environments. Stay away from people who don't appreciate who you are, or people who are always we're environment of stress where people don't like you or dislike you. Just terrible environments. Excuse me. Terrible environments, that just give you stress. You want to stay away from terrible things like that. Please stay away. Please stay away from stressful situations and manage your stress, because sometimes you may not be able to avoid certain things. So you need to educate yourself on how it is that you can manage stress. Okay, I probably might have to get try to do a video. I'll check and see how I can do that to manage stress. It's one of the 10 pillars of health. Stress management is so important. Avoid smoking. Smoking is a problem. I know some people it's a habit. Some people are actually addicted to smoking, but it's a problem for your cardiovascular system. It just hampers everything. It hinders the flow of oxygen, because when you're smoking, you're inviting products into your body like nicotine that is not good for your body, and it just harms your body. So please avoid smoking. You can do some more research on smoking and how it affects your cardiovascular system. It doesn't do anything good for your cardiovascular system at all. So please avoid it. Consuming a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These healthy fats can be found in nuts, olive oil, fish, and these oils, they all benefit your heart. So it's very important. Your diet is extremely important in having a healthy cardiovascular life. Okay, So please, as much as possible, do the things that are necessary to live a healthy lifestyle. Your cardiovascular health, as I talked about, is made up of your heart, your blood vessels, and your blood. The function of your cardiovascular system is to provide adequate nutrients of circulation of your blood throughout the body. The heart pumps blood, oxygenated blood to the body, and the oxygenated blood, well, it gets rid of it. The heart is responsible for circulating nutrients and getting rid of waste products from your body. Your cardiovascular system is very, very essential. It's very important to maintain regular exercise, balanced diet, low sodium diet, avoid smoking, regular activity, diet rich in fruits, vegetable, whole grains, healthy oils like olive oil, fish oil. These things help to promote. And there are other conditions, there are other factors that could affect your cardiovascular system, like your age. As you grow older, things don't work the same. But it's very important to do the basic things that are necessary, which is what I talked about. It's just basic. You can do some more research on it and find out what it is that you can do. And if you have any condition, if you have high blood pressure, if you have a heart rate problem or rhythm disorders, please see your doctors about these things, and make sure you're having your regular checkups, your yearly checkups with your doctors, and do your labs to make sure your things are going the way it needs to go. There will be other things that I will talk about on this time. This is just a simple intro to the cardiovascular system. But we're going to talk about the functions of the heart when I come back. We're going to speak a little bit more on that. The functions of the blood and the function of the blood vessels. It is very essential. There are some lab testings that we do. A lot of you know that I'm a registered nurse, and we do some lab testings to see what it is that you can do to ensure that your cardiovascular system is where it needs to be. If you ignore signs, if you ignore things, if you ignore your health, you are just signing yourself a death. You are just signing your early death, and you don't want that. For those of you who have loved ones, who have family, and even if you don't even have family or loved ones, for yourself, take care of yourself, for you first. Because if you're able to take care of yourself for you, you're able to take care of yourself for other people. So it's very important that you take care of yourself for you. Self-love is very important. You got to take care of your life, take care of your health. So cardiovascular system, I'm going to talk some more on it. Please watch out for more videos on it. And I am not completely done with the GI system either. We're going to see how we're going to connect all these systems together and see how the body works to give us the best health that we all deserve. All right, y'all. This is all I have to say today concerning cardiovascular health. This is Health and Wellness with Ikure, and I'll see you next time. Bye.